Right, so here's an update on the Hall Wheels complex. So the garage at the Cheesecake Factory at Bella Terra is affecting the garage and rectangular garage. Fortunately, but just take a look through it and what caused it to collapse. So normally I would have to take this stuff out, which I'm gonna have to do because I need to look. This is not a flat surface, so it's just for me to inspect. But yeah. So we know the marble on at least the bowl is damaged, and this is where the marbles kept getting stuck. And in this piece right here, not held properly. Underneath, it was not held properly as well. So you need to run a beam from this side over to this side in order to hold something, because if not, it's gonna damage it. So this column. A little fallen already. So we have to do a lot of work to this garage. I don't think I'll do it now because it's already a bit late. I'll do other projects. And this ramp fully collapsed after I filmed that chair at Nordstrom. Like just a few days later, it just seemed literally fell down. And this can be repaired, but let's just fix something else. Also, that ramp is not fully straight. If you take a look at this side, it is also not straight. So I have to cut this and then raise it up to the proper height. And then if you take a look down here, so that elevator wall was replaced in March. Now we have additional problems with the garage. So let's see. This piece of tape, if you take a look here, they're stuck together. It's not wrapped around the column. And we got a lot of debris. And if you take a look, that elevator wall is not straight. It's like a little bit crooked. But I can't fix that anymore. And I taped it from the inside, even shut it from the outside as well, but this fell down. Let's put the orange spectrum orange here, because that actually is part of the problem first. The problem was spotted first back in March, and that was replaced, so I had to be immediately replaced. Luckily, I did not fill in the rest of the elevator shaft, so this will take some time, unfortunately. But the Hot Wheels complex is expected to be completed by this Halloween. So yeah, this everything is empty. It has to be completely empty. Found nail clippings on here. A lot of trash. It's just dust from air. But yeah, what is the main problem? Why did this collapse? So we have to look at that beam. So first of all, it might be the tape that's sliding down by its own, but it may not be the tape actually, because it's tape. taped right here, and it's also taped right there. So take a look there. That old piece of tape right there, you can tell that matches the other one. You guys can see that white line running vertically, and then the two pieces of tape on each side of that, and the fan keeps falling down. Also the one here, so this color, oh, you know what, this is actually the problem. So if you take a look here, this is actually one column and this is another one. So what I have to do is replace all this with one single piece of column. So yeah, look, yeah, so it's a bit loose. So you can use pencils, but pencils are not that strong and they're not long enough. So now we'll turn around and then we'll take a look at the other side, the other side, the passenger other side. Now if you take a look at this side, this column here is bent and I cannot sit on the bed because it's now push this down, it will tip over. And this car is still here. This will be fully removed for safety reasons. You know, even though it's not heavy, but just in case you tip it, the car can fall down and hurt you. So that's why it's important to take everything out. Even knives too. Knives are really dangerous to be stored in the building because it can fall down and cut your foot, and then that would be really bad. So always inspect the garage, check if there's anything left before taking it out. And you can see that you can see that ramp collapsed all the way down to the second floor, and this column here is already bent. You can tell that, and then this actually pulls this down. But the main concern is this is the same problem as last year, the same problem. The real question is, how did the center 3 beams collapse, center 3 columns collapse? And that's the same problem as last year when the garage collapsed in August, which is almost a month, which is almost a year later. I mean, a year ago. If you take a look here, this beam is not long enough. If you take a look down here, this beam is actually too fat right there. See that? It is pushing this column right here. So that's one mistake I made, and it can't be pushed in anymore. So we have to get rid of this beam, and then we have to replace it with the small one. We can cut it. And if you take a look over here, yeah, this tape doesn't really hold it. It's actually still good. And this pencil here, this is a piece of metal, a metal rod, not a rod. It's a steel shaft that holds. I should have put another one in right here to hold it from the front, but yeah. And you know what? That's actually collapsing down. So this is gonna need a lot of work. So yeah, it's just the inspection, but we have everything already there. You can work on it. And that column right there, way over there, is actually bent outwards. So you can tell. And this piece of cardboard is bending towards each other. It's almost like a V shape. That's another problem. Or it's probably like that because it's on the bed. Yeah. Yeah, you know what? I don't know if it's like that. And if you look way over there, that column is actually falling off the base. The one that's way down in there. And if we take a look at this beam right there, this one right here, you can tell that It's bent right here. So the old wall, this was replaced. If this would have made of that cheap Walmart cardboard, it would definitely have broken much sooner. And yeah, you can just, so we're gonna have to take some of this stuff off. Look at this spider web up here. That railing has fallen towards the outside, and I cannot sit on it, but I'm gonna push the building away from me. That way it won't fall off. Yeah, so now it's really hard to tell when these corners bend, but and I can't test the garage either because testing it is the same thing as loading the cars up into the building. And this pencil here. Now this pencil has to touch the other pencil. So if it's like down here, it's not touching the other pencil. Now if it's like this, it can still collapse. So we have to add pencils on both sides. And if you take a look, this ram, some of these parts will have to be replaced. I'm just gonna use that cheap Walmart cardboard. It should work. And take a look here. These beams, oh, you know why? These pieces of tape might have slid off. Actually, that was actually the first concern. Yeah, take a look. See, these pieces of tape have slid off. So we'd have to no wonder they're like that. You know what? They could have slid off just by a tiny bit. But overall, not really a bad thing. You know, because this is a full replacement garage. I mean, just the, like this piece of cardboard that's brand new, and also right here, that's also brand new. Like this right here is brand new, but this isn't. So rather than replace the whole thing, we'll fix it little by little and get rid of these spider webs. I don't know why I did. It's coming out here, but yeah, I'm not gonna do it now, but it's already a bit late. So also that column, that is collapsed. See that? It's like, I think that's what caused the 11th floor to bend in the middle where the balcony window is and the kitchen electrical room. And then right here, if you push this up, the building will actually come up by itself. See, look. I think this is what the problem is. So yeah, that's it bent. So I think what we need to do is get more pencils and raise the whole building up like one, and then that should probably fix the problem, but there's probably more. But this right here may be caused by, what's this? This is also damaged right here. So yeah, well, also that right there. And in the center beam, I can't tell. So these pencils do actually work because this right here would have collapsed already, would have bent already. And we just need to fix a few things in the building. So, but anyways, that's just an inspection of the building. I think what I'm gonna do is cut this off right here and then throw this, no, not throw it away, but like save it for the next. Because two pieces of cardboard here, this is not good. It needs to be one single piece of cardboard. And then this also needs to be one piece. So I'm going to try to use some of that cardboard right there and then use it for this right here. Yeah, it's just not good. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this inspection video of the Hot Wheels complex. Hopefully I can get this thing done. Once everything's fixed, then we'll see if we can store cars in it. Oops. There we go. Store cars in it, and then we can put sets up there on the roof, and that'll be good. And the roof's gonna collapse with the items on top once this is fully fixed. So I'll try to get that fixed. So anyways, that's it for this video on Tuesday, July 30th.